Okay. Okay. Oh, okay. So let me just join. Let me let him know. Okay. Good evening. And then my name is Muhammad Buhari Isa, and my instructor is Usman Bala Usman, but not in attendance. So we initially saw some overview on Google Colab, which today we want to have some review because I noticed there were a lot of absenteeism at the previous class. And then we have some basic programming on Jupyter Notebook using our Google Colab. Then we see variables, functions, and then the form of the syntax. So first of all, let's look at the nature of Google Colab. Google Colab is just like a Jupyter Notebook with some additional features. It is host it is hosted by Google, so you'll be sure that it will be very fast and reliable. It requires Google accounts, like you have to have your Gmail for you to be able to access this very package. And no installation, you just open it on your browser once you have your internet connection, and then you are good to go. The network is very fast since it's launched on Google server. Then you'll be expecting there will be a lot of space utilized for it. You can write your Python code directly inside the browser. That's after which you launch the Google Collaboratory, and then you can find many of data science library which are already installed in there. And then this very Google Colab supports CPU, GPU, and TPU support. These are hardware which makes your system process your requests in in a fast way. And then there are two ways in which you can launch your Google Colab. One of the way is following through this very site here, collab.research.google.com, and or you go through your Google Drive, which is www.google.com/drive. So now let's see the practical. I will show the two ways of assessing it so that we'll be conversant with it, and then at the end of the day, we will go in happily. Okay, so I will just open a new tab. um, Trying to admit. Okay, so I just open a new tab and then waiting for the network to respond. It seems my network is kind of slow. Okay. I'm sorry, it seems my network is kind of slow today. I don't know why. Okay, so let's try searching to see if the network will process it. Okay, you can go through either www.collab.research.com, or you can just search on uh, Google Colab. So Colab is a short form of collaboratory. So Sorry, there's a typo here. Hmm, that's wrong. Okay, searching for it. Sorry, today seems like my network is kind of lagging. Okay, so we can see here the first site or link that was exposed to us here is the Google, the collab.research.google.com. We just go through that. Mm, I'm terribly sorry, my network is kind of slow today. It's not good. Um, are we together? Uh, my network is kind of slow, so just bear some patience. Oh, what's wrong today? Okay, so it has launched finally. My network is very slow today. So what we'll be saying firstly as the Google Colab launch, it will pop up a dialog box here showing us the recent activities that I've taken or anybody else have taken um, on the Google Colab before. If you haven't, it may not show anything here. So these are my recent activities that I've done with it. This is an example which you could go through. This is the recent from my Google Drive. One good advantage of Google Colab is that it saves directly to your Google Drive, so you don't need to have trouble of missing your file all the time. And then I can import from my GitHub or from my local hard disks. So this one way of accessing Google Colab. So the other way is, let me open another tab, which I should go through my Google Drive. So we can search Google Drive. So uh, let's go with the first one here. I'm very sorry today my network's kind of slow, but we just manage. Hopefully we get to one once. Nuruddin, please your mic is open. Can you mute? Thank you. Ah, the network is bad today. Okay.
Okay, I see the network is slow.
Yeah, my network is bad today. So okay. So we just get into Google Drive now. That's to say you need to have a Google account. You can see from here my account is logging here. That's why my picture is showing here. Or maybe the abbreviation of your name may be showing here. So once you see that, that means you are logging. So this is my drive. So what am I supposed to do to find my Google Colab? You just go from your extreme left hand side, the upper side, then you go to more. So here it is, Google Collaboratory. So there are some instances, maybe someone that have not opened it before with this, which is very account. All he has to do is to go to this connect more apps. So from connect more apps, it will pop on a dialog box in which you search. My network is still slow. Hmm, interesting. I'm terribly sorry for this. Oh my god. Okay, so it has opened. So all you have to do now is to search for it around here. You can search for collab or better off Google Collab. Hmm, interesting. I'm terribly sorry. My network is just very slow today. I wasn't expecting this. I'm so sorry. Oh my lord. Still. Oh. Okay. So here it is in the options. That's in case you have not opened it before, so you go through that and then you click on it. So since I've already done that, so I don't have to add it here again, so I can just cancel up and go back to the normal way. So I can go back to new, like I said, in your Google Drive, you go to new, sorry, go to new, then you go to more, you sit amongst them here. So Google Collaborative, that's the environment we'll be using. Google Collaborative is just Jupyter Notebook in the server of Google with additional features. So if you are familiar with Jupyter Notebook, it's somewhat the same thing that we are seeing on it. Okay, let's wait for it to boot so that we get on with more aspects. I just hope the network cooperates. Okay. Okay, so we are in now, and then, so what next should we do? This is a blank Jupyter notebook that it has opened for us. All we have to do here is to type in our code here, where we see my cursor blinking. One thing with Google Colab is that it has, just like Jupyter Notebook has the two parts or two segments where you can type the code aspect, which is this very one, and then the text aspect, which you can type a bit where it imports the file that we'll be viewing today, so that we see more practicality as we go further. Oh, my network. Okay, let me admit someone. Okay, okay. So all you have to do here, I want to add up another Jupyter notebook, which I've already saved in my drive, which I expect that you all have already downloaded from the sites. Uh, so just go to File, then Upload Notebook. Since it's at my local hard disk, I'll just go to Upload here, and then I'll browse. So this browsing will go into my local hard disks, showing me my folders. Then I'll search through and then find the file. So it took me directly to this very folder, data HDI data science, simply because I've added files from this But let's say I don't want to add from this very directory. So I can go, let me say I have it in my download. Maybe that's where you have yours if you download directly from the site. Then I, I pick, let me say I pick this. I then open. Okay, I'm sorry, the network is kind of lagging, so we'll just wait a brief for it to load. Uh, I'm so sorry for the network. Mm, so sorry. Still booting. Still booting. Still booting. Let me just refresh. It's taking too long. Mm, It's, it's not nice. I'm so sorry for it. Okay, thank God. It has finally loaded. So, firstly, we can see this very folder. Can we see it, please? Let me have your questions here. Can we see the file I'm viewing? Mm. Hello.
Yes, we can see.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So you can see this very segment here. This very first one here. I'm rounding with my mouse, with my cursor. Here is a chunk of code. And then here we can see there are normal texts that we write. We can understand them. Just they are very readable, right? So this one thing, or let me say one big advantage that Google Colab has, it has the parts where you can write your code, and then the parts where you can write some notes, and so that you represent it in kind of a good way that you will actually have to remember what you are doing. Okay, so you don't have to be disturbed about this very code here. We see that at some lectures as we go further. We explain them in depthly. So here, let's look at the introduction of data science. So greetings, let me just say. Over the next month, we will be delving deeply into data science. This course will consist of two sections: basic programming, uh, yeah, Python basic programming will cover the first section, and then data science topic spanning from basic programming to data aggregations and cleaning will cover the second section. So here, the table here we're having is the syllabus that we are to follow. From the first week, we'll be having programming and Python fundamentals, which is what we are already having right away. The second week, we'll be having data structure, and then third week and fourth week we'll be having algorithm, object-oriented programming, and then Pythonic style, continuously till object relation mapping. By then you must hit. By then I will be confident that you will be hitting your chest that you are already a data scientist. Okay, so and then there are some aspects that we'll be seeing. We're using Google Colab to collaboratory in full to learn this very data science, and as well as we'll be having some exercise in every class that we are taking. So this for the introduction. Now I will just upload another file as we begin the class fully. So let me just show my bullets. So sorry. Okay, so we just dealt with the overview of the Google Colab. Now we are fully into the Google Colab, trying to see the basic of programming, variables, function, and then syntax. So that's where we're heading right away. Okay. So I will just go back to file again to upload, to overwrite this very file I have, then browse. Okay. So I have the other file I want us to view today, which is here. I'll just select it and then open. So these files are uploaded in the site, uh, and then you can access it from data science folder, if I may say, and then download them. In case you find any trouble, you can uh, draw my attention, and then I'll be sure to see you got to it. Okay, so it's booting now, and then get to see it. So I'm very sorry for my network today. It's really lagging us. We should have come very far by now. Uh, so it's still button. Let me just refresh. See, probably. Okay, it has opened our new file here. So like I said earlier, you shouldn't be disturbed. Oh, it's still button. So I'm sorry. Let it finish. Okay. So like I said earlier, we shouldn't be disturbed about this junk code that are here. We see to them, and then this very one is just to make the notes formats what we want to have on the notes properly, and then we can move on now. So what is programming? So at its simplest, a programming is a list of instructions that a computer carries out in order. So it's a list or chunk of code that instructions are assigned to computer to compile or to execute. Let's look at this very first one here. 1 plus 1. This is a code that Python supports. So 1 plus 1 here, if you run it, touching on this, I've already run this folder files before. That's why we're seeing this. Let me cancel so that we'll be seeing exactly what I'm doing. So, like I said, my network is kind of very slow today. And then, okay, so finally, 1 plus 1 has given us the output to be 2, which is very correct. So, likewise, this very one here is a code. Oh my lord, this network. I'm so sorry. Today's class is maybe boring. I don't know, but my network is kind of drawing us so back. Okay, so we can see that 2 times 3.5 has given us 7.0, which is a valid answer here as well. So we can actually use this button, which looks like a play, to run our code, or we can use uh, Control Enter or Shift Enter to do same thing, and we have the same output. Okay, here if we notice we're having 1 plus 1 here with also 2 times 3.5, but it's only printed the second code here for us. Why? Simply because this very one overwrites this. How are we supposed to write it? We're supposed to write it in this form, giving it print and then print this. That's to say, print this, after this, then print this. Okay, so if you run it, we see that it provides the output we want. Okay, okay, sorry for that. So I don't know, are we following? Today's class is very slow, and then I'm feeling the boringness in me. Uh, are we together? Okay, okay, okay. So let's look at this, and then we take a break to go for prayers. Okay, Mr. Nuruddin, go on. You raise your hands.
Like it is time for prayer. We want to go and pray.
Yeah, oh, yeah. So we just take 10 minutes. It's okay, right? To
Yes, yes, yes.
end. Okay. So we'll be back at 7:47. Thank you.